All right, we're back with another episode of the deliveries that I've been doing. What you see right now is I'm heading to Walgreens, and I speed up the footages because it takes a while for me to get to the location, and I rather do a time lapse to save time, of course. But I just did a delivery. I dropped off a pollo for a customer. Now I'm heading over to Walgreens to purchase some things. I think it's like two items. One item is a pack of condoms, of course, and the next item is a pack of sparkling water, right? Like a six, it's either a six or an eight pack. Um, Hope you guys are enjoying the content, of course. I'm in the Miami market. I've been doing e-drift. I said e-drift. That's my brand. E-bike deliveries since January of this year. I've had some ups and downs with the e-bike, some flats, some technical issues, but honestly, within those months that I've been active and the market, it's helped me understand where things are located, how to move more efficiently and with speed too. And we arrived to Walgreens. I hope everybody's doing great. My fellow e-bike delivery people, man, the community, shout out to you. And shout out to those that's doing it in cars too, scooters. I've seen them around when I go to restaurants and when I'm picking up. I've chatted with a few of them too. Some are new, some are experienced and seasoned. But shopping for these items. Another thing is this order was $8.19. So it was a good order. $8.19 going about a mile, maybe a mile and a half. So that's a good order to take, especially on an e-bike. You can never let those orders go. Those are actually some good orders. So right here, looking at the shelf, looking for the particular condom that they actually asked for. Um, I scanned one before, but it was wrong, so had to find another one and scan it, and the second one was correct. Again, welcome back to the channel. So Egypt Hustle. So my name is Vince. For short, also my nickname is Skeester. So been doing e-bike deliveries. It's about to be a year now because we are entering the month of December. So gonna have a full year under my belt doing e-bike deliveries. I was inspired by a couple of people up in California. Um, I'll shout them out. Maybe you know them, maybe you don't. Yogi Steve is one, of course, and over in California. The second is Raspy Rides over in California again. Um, Also, Wilser Crank Hustle, shout out to you. Inspired me to do e-bike deliveries. I've been doing car deliveries for 2 to 3 years now. Started in 2022, but wanted to shift. I wanted to change the way I do things. Did have a 9 to 5, but I found more
Yeah.
freedom, more
You
peace
too.
doing the deliveries, especially on the e-bike. Um, and moving forward, it's going to be very fun. I'm going to incorporate some shipped orders, Instacart. Uber Eats is my main. I got deactivated from DoorDash. I'll see how that works if I'm able to get back on that platform in the future. But Uber Eats has been the main. Oh, and Grubhub. I just got approved for Grubhub a couple months ago, and that's good too. Yeah, that's good too. So we just finished up. We checked out. Now we're gonna be heading over to the person's place, apartment, so we could drop it off. I find now safety is always like I'm gonna keep on saying safety is something to look out for if you're wanting to do e-bike. deliveries. I know there's popular markets too. California is a popular market, New York, Chicago, etc., etc. The Miami market is popular too in certain cities. So can't forget that. I'm in the Miami market, specifically the North Miami downtown Biscayne area. That's where majority of the restaurants are. And knowing my market for about 6 months plus, there's times where I'm able to do deliveries without the need of GPS. So that's super dope. That is super dope. It helps me move efficiently, especially knowing where I'm going, especially if you know that you've delivered at that specific place multiple times, and as well as I've had multiple similar customers too. I've had repeat customers where I've picked up and dropped off for. That was super dope, and it helps speed up the process too. Because when you're doing deliveries, it's speed and efficiency. How fast can you pick up the order? But some restaurants takes, there's delays at the restaurant, and then how fast can you drop it off and move on to the next offer or order? So right now, the area that I'm in is there's a lot of popular restaurants: Flanagan's, Red Lobster, Subway, Five Guys. There's a dumpling spot, Serious Sanji. There's Little Caesars and Five Guys. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but oh, and there's a McDonald's too. Man, it's very popular, very popular. IHOPs, etc., etc. The list can go on and on. So whenever you're looking at your market, wherever you are, of course, know the restaurants. Know which restaurants you can pick up quick from, and restaurants that there's delays, the unpredictability of it. There's restaurants when I picked up from and it's quick, and then there's days where it's like it's slow. But Five Guys is one location where they start on the fries or whatever it is. Every time you go in, it's not like a pickup, a quick pickup. They either got to have the fries fresh or whatever it is. But that's an interesting restaurant that I pick up from. Um, and then there's, oh yeah, I can't forget a Starbucks, Chicken Kitchen, Taqueria. There's a lot of new restaurants that are being built in the area, which is dope. I think that's what's gonna expand and make that area more popular. So there's a new Wild Fork in the area that's being built, a Zuru ramen bar, etc. It's just a bunch. The market is expanding, and just doing these deliveries, man. I prefer it more than car deliveries. That's just my opinion. Guys, comment down below what is your preference, um, and also what market you're in. But I just dialed in the number that was in the instructions. Now we're about to go up and drop off the groceries in front of their door. So that's super dope. Shop and deliver orders, I love doing it because I shop for my groceries all the time. So I know where certain areas are. I know where different departments are, certain items that just quick. There's a quick pickup. Go check out and go drop it off. Um, there's been some challenges though, like going to the pet store and shop there. I'm not familiar with that, so it takes me time to do shopping. Also, like going to like Target, getting like clothing items, that's a challenge too. Looking for the size, the actual design that the customer is asking for. So there's delays there. But as far as shop and deliver is, I like doing the grocery ones really quick. So there's times I'll be rushing too and pick up the wrong item, and then I have to go run back to the aisle in order to get the correct one. But we're approaching the door. We're gonna drop the bag down, take a picture or confirm the item before leaving. This e-bike has been a great investment. Man, for those that know, for those that don't know, I paid Black Friday sale price of $6.99 for it. Long range, 48 volts, 32 amp hour. Love it. Now, this this was heartbreaking, and because I just did this delivery and I felt something was off with my back wheel. Um, I may have gotten a flat or like a pinch. This is the second flat of the year, to be honest. So that's actually a good thing. Two flats within the entire year. So that's dope. But of course, I don't have like a fix a flat or like a repair kit with me. So man, that's something that I need to invest in the future. But I ended up walking the bike from the drop off location all the way back home. Of course, it's frustrating because I had to cut that shift so short. Oh my gosh. I think this was a Friday. I started in the morning, and then well, when did I start? Like around 7 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. And it was 12 entering 12:30. I was so disappointed, man. I was on a roll. And the funny thing is I had to cancel an order that I accepted, which was $9 and some change, going 1 mile. I was ecstatic, ready to, like, when the momentum is going, like, you on fire. But when this happened, I was a little disappointed. Yeah, I mean, you live and you learn, but at the same time, I'm new to e-bike, the e-bike lifestyle. I've done certain maintenances on on the bike. Um, I've cleaned my chains out with the degreaser. I cleaned out it's like you gotta wipe it down, every other time that you go out, get the dirt and dust off. Also, the brakes got to be changed out because I go out frequently. I'm delivering full time on an e-bike, and I got to change my brake over time. That's easy too. Um, reason why I switched to an e-bike was I love the frugality. Of course, you charge it up and you just hit the road, but safety is always that number one thing to watch out for and make yourself visible, or make sure you watching all your corners, because there's certain cars, certain drivers out there, they're not paying attention. They hit you. It's tough. I've spoken to people while I'm delivering, and they've given me advice like, "Hey, be careful out here on the streets." One of these guys he's still recovering from an accident, and he got rear-ended on his bike. So that's one thing. Safety is something to watch out for if you're doing e-bike deliveries too. But having this flat, it ruined my momentum. I was on pace to go past my daily goal of $100, and man, I was a little disappointed, but I picked myself back up, rode the bike home, checked out where the puncture was. Of course, I've bought certain things like puncture resistant tubes that are thicker than the originals that came with the bike. Um, I've tried flat out. I need to get some more flat out, to be honest. Maybe that can help me just eliminate flats out in general. Oh man. But I'm not gonna lie, it was a good shift. Can't lie about that. Everything was good until this point. But all I did was just went home, checked what happened. I didn't. Did I have any tubes? Yes, I did have a tube to replace it, but when I replaced the tube, it was defective. The valve stem, like, air was just coming out slowly, and I've tried replacing it, and it still was leaking slowly and slowly. The next day when I went to go out to go do deliveries, I didn't notice. I'm just ready to leave the house and go do deliveries, but Yeah, when I left and I rode the bike again, the tire was low, and it felt like the same way when I was leaving that drop-off point. And I was like, damn, now I gotta go back and figure out what's going on. And I had to sit, when you in sports, you gotta sit this one out. So I had to check what was going on with the tube. Didn't know what was going on, so I ordered some more tubes. Anybody out there who's a cyclist or e-bike, what are some advices that help you prevent flats, and how often do you get flats if you do? Um, I'm still happy. I got two flats out of the entire year, so that's a good thing moving forward. Just got to figure out how to prevent flats and eliminate that problem. That's the only problem that I have. But we're ending the end of this video. I'm gonna check the tire one last time to see what's going on, but it was super, super, super flat. Super flat. But I'll catch you guys with some more content on the deliveries in the near future. Love you guys.